In recent times, Queen Letizia of Spain continues to dazzle with her exquisite sense of style, especially when it comes to selecting jewelry. With each passing year, her arsenal of family jewels expands, and we get to glimpse long-forgotten pieces. Today, we have the honor to introduce the Countess of Barcelona's pearl brooch. Queen Letizia first showcased the Countess of Barcelona's pearl brooch in October 2017 at an event dedicated to National Day. The brooch was a gift to Princess Maria de las Mercedes on her wedding to Juan de Bourbon and Battenberg, Count of Barcelona, in 1935. Hence the name Countess of Barcelona's pearl brooch. The brooch features a large pale grey central pearl surrounded by a cluster of diamonds and a detachable pear-shaped pearl pendant. The detachable pearl, in a pear shape, is suspended from the brooch via a round single diamond. Like many other royal jewels, the brooch can be worn as a pendant. While not as beloved as other pearl adornments, the Countess of Barcelona often wore it in various configurations, including as a pendant throughout her life. After the passing of Maria de las Mercedes Bourbon and Orléans, the pearl brooch passed to her daughter-in-law, Queen Sofia, who frequently wore it at various daytime and evening events, often without the pendant. Amidst the tumultuous history of the Bourbon family and the challenging fate of several generations of queens, the attitude towards royal jewels remains reverential and awe-inspiring. Jewels passed down from generation to generation embody history, culture, and witness the rise and fall of dynasties. At present, the Countess's pearl brooch has passed to Queen Letizia, and she has no intentions of returning it to the jewel box anytime soon. The modern Spanish beauty and fashionista, the charming Queen Letizia, has been incredibly fortunate. When she married King Felipe VI, she gained the privilege of adorning herself with the finest headpieces of the Bourbon lineage. Among them stands out a remarkable piece of jewelry, the tiara known as the seashell, or simply the shell. Externally, this gem resembles a true crown fit for the sovereign of the seas and oceans. It seems as though Neptune himself, the ruler of the watery realm, crafted this radiant beauty for his beloved. Generously adorning the diamond framework are exotic pearls, creating the illusion of a massive shell, or a curious composition of several shells intertwined. Pearls of medium and large sizes alternate with diamond splashes, not embedded in the base of the ornament, but fastened in a manner that allows them to sway freely with the movement of the head. The largest central pearl, shaped like a teardrop, appears as one of the billions of sea spray droplets separated from the frothy white foam. Altogether, the gemstones in this diadem evoke the impression of whimsical droplets cascading down the walls of an endless ocean. In 1867, the ruler of Spain, Queen Isabella II, decided to present her eldest daughter, also named Isabella, with a splendid wedding gift. She commissioned from the French a precious present adorned with an incredible array of transparent diamonds and iridescent pearls. Nearly 100 years later, a new queen, Queen Sofia of Spain, donned the seashell, a gift from the parents of her beloved groom, Juan Carlos. Paired with a luxurious fur mantle, a massive double-row necklace adorned with diamonds and gemstones, and the pearl shell accentuating the hairstyle of the young Sofia, the ensemble, in my opinion, resulted in a truly enchanting look. Indeed, the French tiara appealed so much to the jewelry enthusiast Sofia that the Queen wore it very often. Here's an example of one of the ruler's striking outfits with the diamond shell. Pearl and diamond earrings, hefty and luxurious, an equally large necklace made of white treasures from the sea with a precious pendant, a miniature shell and a tiny pearl inside, plus the famous family brooches of the Spanish dynasty. A worthy successor to Sofia was the already familiar Queen Consort Letizia, and it goes without saying that the seashell against the backdrop of the elegant lady's dark chestnut hair looks bright and solemn. Paired with the tiara are perfectly matched elegant diamond drop earrings with round white pearls. Everything sparkles and shimmers like a living fairy tale from the depths of the sea. But not all tiaras pass to the Queen by inheritance. She also has a personal tiara called the Princess Fleur de Lis. The story of how this tiara ended up in Queen Letizia's jewelry box has two versions. The first is a gift from her spouse for their wedding anniversary. The second is a gift from the Ansorena jewelry house. Whichever it may be, the tiara is magnificent. It consists of 10 large, specially selected pearls and 450 diamonds, forming the base for the pearls in the shape of loop-like curls. In the center of the diadem is the Bourbon heraldic symbol, a diamond fleur-de-lis. The jewelry house Anserena, which crafted the Princess Fleur-de-Lis tiara in 2009, commented on its creation and published photos of the jewel. The company's jewelers were inspired by the wedding of Felipe and Letizia in 2004 and began developing the ornament. However, the Princess of Asturias did not rush to show it to the public, and the tiara remained unused. Its existence began to be surrounded by speculation and rumors. The precious piece finally made its debut 6 years later. In 2015, Queen Letizia wore the tiara to a formal evening celebrating the 75th birthday of the Danish Queen Margrethe. Now, one of Queen Letizia's most beloved jewels is the stunning diamond bracelets of Queen Victoria Eugenie. But first, a little backstory. Among the magnificent jewels that King Alfonso III of Spain ordered as wedding gifts for his future wife, Princess Victoria Eugenie of Battenberg, was the beautiful coronita. It's a miniature crown made of diamonds, rubies, and emeralds. The ornament bore an obvious resemblance to the diamond crown of Queen Victoria. The enamored Spanish king wanted to express his respectful attitude towards the bride's family heritage. Queen Ina debuted in the diamond coronita at a reception held at the Royal Palace of Madrid after religious ceremonies. Victoria Eugenie often wore the original crown. For instance, when attending the opening of Parliament, the Queen always wore the ornament over her white mantilla. When the Spanish royal family went into exile in 1931, Ina took her countless treasures with her. Among them was the miniature coronita. Some of the diamonds served as the basis for creating a pair of bracelets. The order was entrusted to the Italian jewelry house Bulgari. The design of the bracelets consists of 2 intertwined ribbons, las pulseras gemelas. The jewelry pair could often be seen on the wrists of the Queen in the 1950s and 1960s. Victoria Eugenie often paired the twin diamond bracelets with the Cartier pearl tiara and Empress Eugenie's emeralds. In April 1969, Queen Ina passed away. According to her will, some of her jewels were inherited by her son Infante Juan, Count of Barcelona. As the heir to the Spanish throne and the head of the House of Bourbon, he was obligated to establish a collection of jewels called joyas de pasar. Surprisingly, there is still no evidence that Juan's wife, Countess Maria de las Mercedes, ever wore the twin diamond bracelets. In accordance with Queen Ina's wishes, the next owner of the Joyas de Pasar collection became Queen Sofia of Greece, the wife of Juan Carlos I. Doña Sofia's fortunate turn came after Juan Carlos was proclaimed King of Spain in 1975. The twin diamond bracelets adorned Sofia's wrists for the first time in 1983 during a state visit from Sweden to Spain. For over 30 years, the Queen was the sole possessor of this magnificent pair of twin diamond bracelets. They were worn on numerous occasions, including state visits and international ceremonial events. Typically, Queen Sofia preferred to wear both diamond bracelets simultaneously, as Queen Ina did. The only exception was her son's wedding to Letizia Ortiz in 2004. When King Juan Carlos first abdicated the throne in 2014, the Joyas de Pasar collection was passed on to the new king and queen. Since 2017, a new chapter in the history of the twin diamond bracelets has been written by Queen Letizia. The jewels have become favorites of the current Spanish monarch. Unlike her predecessors, Queen Letizia prefers to wear both bracelets on one arm. This was evident during the celebration of King Willem Alexander's 50th birthday in 2017 and the banquet for the enthronement of Emperor Naruhito in 2019. There is no doubt that the twin diamond bracelets will not gather dust in Queen Letizia's jewelry box. After all, this precious duo has retained its relevance to this day. As for which jewels you'd like to hear about, feel free to leave your comments.